place exists in our ocean where grown scientists refuse to go. Not because they can't, but because they're genuinely terrified. Most people think the scariest places are haunted houses or dark forests. They're wrong. The most horrifying places are underwater, hidden beneath miles of black water. Here's the question that will haunt you. We're counting down 10 ocean nightmares, and number 3 has claimed over 100 lives, yet divers still call it the cemetery. Starting at number 10, the Deadpool, Red Sea. Picture a lake of poison on the ocean floor. The Deadpool looks pretty from above, but it's a death trap. This underwater lake is so toxic that fish die instantly when they touch it. Smart predators chase other fish into the poison water and watch them die. It's like nature's gas chamber beneath the waves. The poison water is heavier than regular ocean water, so it sits there like a deadly lake under the sea. Many divers think they can swim through quickly, but even a tiny taste kills you. At number 9, Dragon Hole, South China Sea. A hole so deep it goes down 987 feet into complete darkness. Local people call it the Dragon Hole because they believe a dragon lives at the bottom. This blue hole drops straight down into the earth. The water inside is completely different. Darker, colder, and full of things that shouldn't exist. Nobody knows what's at the bottom. Divers brave enough to go down hear strange sounds from the depths. Modern boats still disappear near this spot. Number 8. The Sunken City, Cuba. Imagine finding a lost city 2,133 feet underwater that looks alien-built. That's exactly what scientists found off Cuba in 2001. The stone structures are arranged in patterns that don't match anything humans ever built. Some blocks are massive, way bigger than anything ancient people could move. Here's the scary part. After discovery, the government banned all research. Nobody has studied it for over 20 years. What are they hiding? Some think it's Atlantis. Others believe it's alien evidence. Coming in at number 7, the abyssal trenches. Picture falling into a crack 5 times longer than the Grand Canyon and deeper than Mount Everest is tall. These underwater canyons are so deep that if you dropped Mount Everest into the Mariana Trench, the peak would still be over a mile underwater. The pressure would crush your body instantly. But here's what makes it horrifying. Things live down there that look like alien. Giant tube worms as long as baseball bats, fish with see-through heads, and creatures that glow like underwater ghosts. Number 6. Corryvreckan Whirlpool, Scotland. Think of a washing machine the size of a football field, spinning in the ocean and strong enough to swallow boats whole. This monster whirlpool is created when underwater mountains force water into a spinning death trap. The noise can be heard from 10 miles away. Boats that get too close are pulled down and never seen again. Local people say it's controlled by a sea witch at the bottom. When she's angry, the whirlpool spins faster. Modern sailors still avoid this area because even huge ships can't escape once caught. Number 5. New Smyrna Beach, Florida. This looks like a normal beach where families swim and surf. But here's the secret. You're never more than 10 feet away from a shark. New Smyrna Beach has more shark attacks than anywhere else in the world. The sharks don't just visit, they live here. Every time you step in water, dozens of sharks are watching you. The scary part is how they hunt. These sharks bump into you first to see if you're food. Most people think it's just a fish touching their leg. By the time they realize it's a shark, it might be too late. Lifeguards spot sharks every day, but they don't close the beach because people would panic. Moving up to number 4. The Devil's Sea, Japan. Japan's Bermuda Triangle, where ships and planes disappear without explanation. The Japanese government officially warns people to stay away. Over 100 years, hundreds of boats have vanished. They just disappear. No distress calls, no wreckage, no survivors. One day they're there, the next day they're gone. Scientists think underwater volcanoes might create gas bubbles that make ships sink instantly. But the scariest theory is that something down there is actively hunting. Local fishermen see lights under the water at night, not from fish, but from something much bigger. They refuse to fish after dark because boats that go out at night never come back. Our number 3 pick, the Blue Hole Cemetery, Egypt. Remember that place I promised where over 100 people died, yet divers still keep going? This is it. Divers literally call this the cemetery. And now you'll see why they still line up to die here. At 90 meters down, there's poisonous gas that kills instantly. Divers think they can hold their breath and swim through quickly, but the gas is invisible and deadly. Many divers have filmed their own deaths trying to explore this underwater tomb. The walls are covered with memorial plaques for dead divers. Each tells the story of someone who thought they were skilled enough to survive. They were all wrong. Here's the most terrifying part. Rescue divers can't recover the bodies because it's too dangerous. So the dead divers are still down there, floating like underwater ghosts. In the runner-up position at number 2, Drake Passage, south of Chile. The most dangerous water on Earth, where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans crash into each other. Ships call this the graveyard of the sea. Waves here can be 60 feet tall, taller than a 5-story building. These monster waves appear out of nowhere and can flip cruise ships upside down in seconds. But the waves aren't the worst part. The Drake Passage is where ships go to die. Thousands of boats are scattered across the ocean floor. The currents are so strong, they can drag a sinking ship for miles underwater. And finally, taking the top spot at number 1, the Mariana Trench. The deepest, darkest, most alien place on our planet. This underwater Grand Canyon goes down 11,034 meters. So deep that if you dropped a steel ball, it would take over an hour to hit the bottom. The pressure here is 1,000 times stronger than at sea level. It would crush a human instantly, turning your body smaller than a marble. Even submarines built like tanks get cracked by the crushing weight. But here's what makes it truly horrifying. We know less about the Mariana Trench than Mars. Strange sounds come from the depths that scientists can't explain. Some think there are creatures down there, bigger than whales, living in complete darkness. The few people who have gone down describe it as visiting another planet. The water glows with bioluminescent creatures that look like alien life forms. Most terrifying of all, we've only explored 5% of the Mariana Trench. That means there are areas down there that no human has ever seen, hiding secrets that might be better left undiscovered. From poison lakes that kill instantly, to trenches deeper than mountains, our oceans hide places that make horror movies look like fairy tales. But here's what will keep you awake tonight. These nightmare places cover most of our planet, waiting in the darkness beneath the waves. What other terrifying secrets are hidden in the 95% of ocean we haven't explored? Click here to see the deadliest sea creatures that call these nightmare places home.